Time no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that thing. While I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who's coming to the sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the court. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, still listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Stripes like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're after dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut you short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live all through your speakers, go.
And what is going on, Man Hour Nation, and all of those joining me that are not a part of Man Hour Nation? If you are not a part of Man Hour Nation, what are you waiting for? Head over to manhourradio.com, chime in, check in, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, become a member on YouTube. $5.99 a month will get you some free stuff. It'll get you behind the scenes. It'll get you after 6 months of being a member, we'll get you a free t-shirt. $9.99 a month, get you a free hoodie after 6 months. There are other options, 99 cents, $2.99 an hour. But we are coming to you live today. This is a special first time. It's going to be just me today. Nobody else wanted to or could be a part of the broadcast, but I'm going to be watching the Titans and Chiefs with you guys. So if you are watching the Titans and the Chiefs, let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Let's talk about this game. This game is going to be something. Michael Buckheister came out and said that the Chiefs were going to lose 5 in a row. The Titans were going to lose 5 in a row, not the Chiefs. But I don't know what this guy's looking at when he says some of these things that he says. Sometimes I agree with people that say he says things for shock value. It's not a huge surprise sometimes when he says some of the things he says. But the Titans, their next 5 are the Chiefs, the Colts, the Rams, the Saints, and the Texans. And if you ask me, I see a minimum of 3 wins in those next 5 games. I think they can beat the Chiefs today. The way the Chiefs, look, the Chiefs have allowed more rushing yards per game than Derrick Henry has actually had per game. And Derrick Henry has more rushing yards than 18 teams in the NFL. So this game does not bode well for the Kansas City Chiefs. Derrick Henry is liable to run for 300 yards in this game. This is going to be a good one, though. This is the game that I chose to go live with you guys to see what happens in this one, because I really think that the Tennessee Titans are a lot better than people thought that they were, including myself. Look, I didn't think that the Tennessee Titans were all that they are right now. I didn't have them going very far this year. I had them having a down year, maybe 9 wins is what I had them at, 9 and 8, somewhere along those lines. But look, Derrick Henry has really shelled out. This guy is a freak of nature. This guy is not somebody who is going to go away anytime soon. He is a different animal. He is a beast, and he is showing no signs of wearing down. I mean, like I said just a few minutes ago, more rushing yards than 18 teams in the NFL. And then on the other side of the ball, we've got the Kansas City Chiefs. Look, Patrick Mahomes and company, they really need to get things moving. They need to get things going. They cannot afford to really drop this game right here today. This is a big game for the Kansas City Chiefs. And I know we are only, in week 7, but for the Kansas City Chiefs, where they're at, sitting at 3-3, which coincidentally is where I had them at after week 6. Surprise, surprise. But then I had them finishing the season 14-3. They've got the Giants next week. Then they got the Packers, Raiders, and Cowboys. And those are 3 very tough games. Very tough games. the Raiders always play the Kansas City Chiefs tough. Always, whether it's in Kansas City or whether it's in Vegas, they play the Kansas City Chiefs tough. So, and they play them twice in the next 6 weeks, the Raiders. So this is going to be a big game. They need this win, the Chiefs do, to start rolling. I don't know if anybody's out there. I see I got a couple people watching with me right now. Feel free to go ahead and chime in on the chat, whether you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. I am taking the Titans in this one. And I am taking the Titans 31-25. I think this is going to come down to Derrick Henry running the ball late. This guy gets stronger and stronger as the game goes on. So I really feel like Derrick Henry is the key cog in this game, and I think that late he's going to rush for a bunch of yards. I think he's going to find the end zone a couple times. They might even be down heading into the fourth quarter, but then that's Derrick Henry time. So I've got the Tennessee Titans in this one, 31-25. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not sure. I can't really see who's in here with me, but whoever is watching, let me know what your picks are. This thing will be a lot better once we start getting comments in, once we start getting more people rolling in and watching the game. And we're going to work on, over the next couple of times that we do this, we're also going to be doing a World Series live react. The World Series live react will be with myself and Soup Boss, which, if any of you guys remember, myself and Soup Boss, we yell at each other a lot. We have a difference of opinion with a lot of things. We've been yelling at each other over and over and over again about automated strike zones. I think I'm starting to get him on my side, but I'm not sure. But we'll talk about that on Tuesday, on Game 1 of the World Series. You're going to have the Houston Astros versus the Atlanta Braves, the matchup that I picked before the playoffs started. The Braves are the only team that I still have left that I picked before the season started. So I still have some people there. Drew, what is going on, buddy? Drew, tell me what you think, man. You got Tennessee Titans, Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know if you're able to watch the game live, but that's what I'm doing here, watching the Titans and Chiefs. I've got the Titans 31-25 in this one. So let me know if you think I'm nuts or if you like that idea. I know you're a Chiefs fan, but I also think that you might be a Titans fan as well as a fan of every other team in the league, but you know how it goes. I know who you are, Drew. I'm joking with you. So you've got the Chiefs in this game. What do you predict for a score, Drew? That's a nice pass from Ryan Tannehill to start the game. Be a first down. And got some pushing and shoving. Tyrann Mathieu, he knows how to get in some people's heads, doesn't he? As we go, you guys will see, I've got my game day snacks. I got a little bit of a roast beef mini sub here with some Swiss cheese. I got some cheddar bacon potato skins. I got my my drink of choice, which I don't know if I can say it on the air. So Drew has 38-35 Chiefs. Wow. That'll be a high scoring game. It'll be a lot of fun to talk about while we watch the game for sure. As you see Derrick Henry there with a nice run up the middle, gains 3 yards. Derrick Henry, man, 18 teams in the NFL don't have as many rushing yards as Derrick Henry. That's insane to me. I don't know it. I see Bucks here in the background. I don't know if he wants me to bring him on or if he's just chiming in or what's going on, but I'm gonna bring him on.
What's up, big guy? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, well, I was going to react to you with the show, but I got stupid ass Lamar Jackson.
Oh no.
Jeez, man.
You got the Ravens game out. My other option on games right now is the Washington football team and the Packers, and we know how I feel about the Packers, so I'm not not watching that one.
Yeah, so I saw Drew chimed in with a 38-35 score of Chiefs. I think if it's going to be a blowout or a high scoring game, that favors the Titans.
I agree, and that's why I had picked the Titans. I don't know if you heard, but I picked the Titans to win this one, 31-25, with Derrick Henry
wrong,
rushing for a
which is
couple
fine.
touchdowns late. Just wrong. Look, Derrick Henry. I know. I heard you talk about the Titans gonna lose 5 games in a row. Do you realize that this man, Derrick Henry, has more rushing yards than 18 teams in the NFL?
Right. Well, I believe it was Stoop Boss that said Derrick Henry owns the top 2 spots in the rushing yards this season, 1 total yardage and then 2 yards after contact, right?
Yeah.
So and then 3 was Nick Chubb with like 300 some odd yards or something crazy to that effect. So what I said was if the Titans lose this game, I could see them dropping 5 games in a row. That's what I said.
Okay. I just don't see it with their schedule, but I see what you're saying. So you're saying this is a big game for them. This is a turning point game for them.
This is a must-win game for them, 100%. Yes.
See, I think it's a must-win game for the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs have to come out and assert themselves and show that they're not what their record says that they are, which I think we all know that they're not. They're not a 3-3 team. They're not a 500 team, but they've got 2 games against the Raiders in the next 6 weeks, who always play them tough. They've got the Packers are on the schedule. I believe if I remember correctly, they have the Cowboys on the schedule as well in that time frame.
Right.
So those are 3 to 4 potential games that you could actually look at them and say realistically, the Chiefs could lose those games.
I actually had the Chiefs going 2-4 in their next 4 because they play the Raiders, the Packers, the Giants, and then somebody else, which was a easier game. I thought it was.
Yeah.
Was the Cowboys?
Yeah.
So yeah, I had them beating the Raiders and the Giants in that stretch.
Okay. So, wow. Before the season started, what did you have the Chiefs at before the season started? What was your record for them?
12-5.
12-5. So you did see 5 losses for that. I didn't see 5 losses for them when I looked at the schedule. Again, I had them starting the season 0-3 and then going 14-3.
So I actually had them second in the division too. I did have the Chargers.
Drew says he had pizza for breakfast.
Man, I haven't had breakfast yet, man.
No, this is my breakfast / lunch. I don't know if you saw. I got some roast beef, a little bit of shaved roast beef with some Swiss cheese. I got those cheddar bacon potato skins going on. I got my all-time favorite, my sweet tea with peach schnapps in it. So I got some peach tea going.
There you go. I need to try some peach schnapps. So how's the game looking?
It's going good right now. The Titans are driving. They got the ball first. They are on the 5-yard line. Derrick Henry is taking the ball, and he is actually throwing a touchdown pass. Derrick Henry with a touchdown pass to Jesus. They went into wildcat formation. I don't know who you have to excuse me here. I don't know who the tight end is, number 85. I almost said Jonnu Smith, but I know he went to New England. Broke out into coverage. Everybody went after Henry. Everybody thought Henry was running the ball. He goes to run up the middle. He stops and he throws the ball to the tight end for a touchdown. So now Derrick Henry has more rushing yards than 18 teams in the league and more touchdown passes than Patrick Mahomes does today. So
also more touchdown passes than Lamar Jackson too. Just putting that out there.
That's true. That's true. So what do you got? So you got the who the Ravens playing today?
Cincinnati right now. Yep.
Okay. All right.
I think this is the game of the day. Like over here, Cincinnati versus Baltimore. To be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, Ravens are 5-1. Baltimore, the Cincinnati's 4-2. I believe the winner of this game will take first place in the division. I mean,
okay,
it's a pretty good matchup there. I mean, Derrick Henry's throwing a touchdown pass. Jesus.
Yeah, Derrick Henry with a touchdown pass. Titans go up 7-0 on the Chiefs. They're on commercial break right now. I'm actually going through my fantasy to see my picks for the week.
So one thing that I did just see the ticker come across the scoring street here. Ryan Tannehill's 3 for 3 for 31 yards. So are they doing like the short passing game to try to like open up some deep threats, you think, or
Yeah,
what?
so it's a little bit of both. I mean, they definitely so there was a couple little small out routes to start the drive. Um, Henry would run it up the middle for 2 or 3 yards, and they run another small out route. Then Henry would run it again. So it seems like the power game they want to utilize the Chiefs, thinking about Derrick Henry,
Which is smart.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, with the Chiefs run defense and what the Chiefs run defense has been. I think that their game plan all week had to have been stop Derrick Henry, stop Derrick Henry. And if you can use him, you can utilize him, which you should be able to utilize him every week. Let's just, be honest. In
Right.
the passing game, you should be able to utilize him. A lot of fakes, a lot of showing run, a lot of you could do a lot of dump off passes, a lot of screen passes. There are a lot of things you can do when you have a running back like Derrick Henry.
Yeah, and to be honest, I broke down this Chiefs Titans game earlier in the week, and I said the only way the Kansas City Chiefs can possibly win this game is if they put 8 or 9 guys in the box repetitively and man
Yeah.
up on the outside, just forcing Ryan Tannehill 15 plus yards passing down the field because we know Ryan Tannehill isn't very successful when that happens. And
Right.
if you flash back to the playoff game a couple years ago, the Titans were up early and they were running the ball, and then all of a sudden the Chiefs came back on them, rolling back and forcing them into passing situations, and that's basically what upheld them into winning that game.
Yeah, and look, the Titans have weapons at wide receiver too. I mean, you're talking about AJ Brown and Julio Jones, which it's might be sneakily one of the top receiving duels in this league. AJ Brown is very good. We all know who Julio Jones is, though he's at the tail end of his career. I think
Did you
that when
did you
you
see
add
that
a
catch
weapon like
last
Derrick
week that he
Henry,
made?
I did. And that's the
Jeez.
thing with him is that the guy can still play football. And so
Oh yeah.
when you've got, you know, that guy and he's your number 2 wide receiver, that's huge. And
Well,
then when you
and
add Derrick Henry into the mix and you can run, play action and you can do the things that you need to do to get those guys open, it just makes it that much easier for your offense. And I think that that's why Ryan Tannehill has been so successful since leaving Miami and joining the Tennessee Titans.
right. And if you want to talk about Julio Jones, I mean, that's kind of the Matthew Stafford effect. Like you're in the quote tail end of your career until you go to a new team and you feel like you're 20 again, right? Because you have that new, like that new team, like you have to work to learn the playbook. Like, so I think Julio getting traded may have, put a couple years onto his career.
Having some technical difficulties with my cam. But no, I do. I think you're right there. I think that him being the force that he is in adding some time, Derrick Henry, you talk about this guy just doesn't seem like he is going to go anywhere anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? Like Derrick Henry seems like
Right.
for whatever reason, and even in games, like he seems to be stronger in the third and fourth quarter than he is in the first and second.
Right. I
Most
agree.
teams
Yep.
when they're down, they're throwing the ball to get back into the game in the third and fourth quarter. Not the Titans. The Titans are handing it off to Derrick Henry more and more in the third and fourth quarter than they are throwing the ball, and I think
Yeah.
that surprises a lot of teams.
Well, also on the flip side of that, what the Seahawks game was the first time that we actually seen them actually stick to the running game when they were
Mm.
down in the fourth quarter. Usually the MO has been, hey, we're going to use Ryan or Derrick Henry as a decoy and let Ryan throw the ball.
Right,
So
right. Chiefs now are driving the ball. They're at the 47, their own 47. And the Titans seem to be pinned back on their heels right now. The Chiefs are moving the ball just fine. Mahomes is doing his thing, rolling out of the pocket. And Titans just jumped early, so Chiefs are going to get a.
Are the Titans
1st and
playing a
5.
bend, don't break defense? Let
Yeah,
let the Chiefs build up their confidence and then lock it down in the 20.
I
think?
think that's Tennessee football, though. I think that's the
Yeah.
way they've played. I think that's the way Mike Vrabel coaches. I think that the Tennessee Titans, there's a couple of teams in the league that do that bend but don't break. The Bears have been big on the bend and don't break the last 4 to 5 years. The Titans do it a lot. The Saints are a bend but don't break type defense. So yeah, I think that's a big part of the Titans game plan. They don't allow you to. They do stuff you a lot in the red zone. As Mahomes passes to Kelsey here for, looks like about a gain of only 2 or 3.
So they just showed the highlight of that Derrick Henry Henry throw.
Yeah.
He did not look like he wanted to throw the ball at all. He's like, just let me run it.
So they showed on the telecast here that how often they actually run this play, and it's actually an option play for Henry.
Oh, is it? Okay.
If you think you've got a chance to run it in, you run it in. If nothing opens up, you go ahead and throw it. As Mahomes is rolling out of the pocket now, does a little pump fake and runs the ball right out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down and looks like about 8, maybe 7 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Patrick Mahomes, man, I don't like. You've watched more Chiefs football than I have this year. I mean, well, maybe not. I mean, I know you get stuffed a lot down there in Indy. You end up having to watch funerals and stuff.
Yeah.
But
at least 9 times out of 10.
He doesn't seem to be as explosive as he has been his first 3 years in the league.
So, I was actually talking to my sister about this, and if you remember correctly, during the AFC Championship game, he tore something in his foot, right?
And as I say that, he gets sacked and it is a strip sack on 3rd and 7. Chiefs did recover the ball, but that's going to force 4th down. That's disappointing for the Chiefs, man, because they were moving the ball just fine, and then Titans just tightened up the D there. So Titans are gonna get the ball back.
Well, that's kind of been the MO of the Chiefs like all year, is like they shoot themselves in at in the foot,
Yeah.
Turnovers, interceptions, sacks, right? So, but going back to what I was saying about Patrick Mahomes and him not being as explosive, he tore something in his foot in the AFC Championship game. I don't know if it was turf toe.
Oh, that was a bad play by the Titans. So the Titans punt returner let the ball go, and as it bounced, the Chiefs downed it at the 2-yard line.
There we go, Chiefs. Now we're cooking. But yeah, I don't think Patrick Mahomes is a 100% because of that, because he had offseason surgery to repair that turf toe, right? And then we never saw him take time off to let it heal. So I don't know if he's 100%, and I don't know what the surgery is for a turf toe, but I know a turf toe hurts like a son of a gun, right? And so even at 80%, he is still not that.
Shoot yourself in the foot.
What's up, Pops? How you doing? My dad's probably getting the Chiefs game up there.
Gene, if you've got the Chiefs game, we're talking. That's a game we're talking about here. I'm watching it live, reacting to it. I was just asking your son here. I was going to say Buck, but I guess technically you're Buck too. So I was asking Little Buck. We'll call you. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's a new nickname. Oh, Little Buck merch coming soon. So we'll ask Little Buck here. I was asking him about Patrick Mahomes and how he just doesn't look explosive. From what I'm seeing, this is only the second Chiefs game that I've seen all season long. But he just doesn't seem, when I'm watching him, doesn't seem to be as explosive. Am I missing something? Is this more of an offensive line issue? Like, what's going on with the Chiefs at 3-3? So if you want to go ahead and hit us up in the comments there, Gene, that would be much appreciated. Let me know what you're seeing on your end, because I know you are a big Chiefs fan.
Nah, he's a Lions fan. He's gonna be biased.
He's gonna be biased towards Mahomes.
Yeah.
All right. see what he says here. He says Mahomes is not 100%. Watch his play, but no report.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, we've talked about it on the show before too, as to whether Drew says junior merch is on its way. we talked on the show before about whether or not the league is catching up to Mahomes into Kansas City. And I don't know. Like I've got to see a little bit more from them. I'd like to see them win today. I got to see them play against teams like the Raiders and the Packers. And I say the Raiders not because the Raiders are a juggernaut, but because the Raiders always play them tough.
And it's at Vegas, so
yeah. And not only that, but then you've got the Packers and you've got the Cowboys out there, which are two of the elite teams in the NFC. So, I'd like to see how they play against those two teams before I really make a decision as to whether or not the Chiefs are getting caught up to in the league, because those are two defenses that could really catch up to you.
So when you say
they traded Stafford, go Chiefs.
Yeah, I saw that. So when you say that the rest of the league has caught up to the Chiefs, it is hard to play from behind every week. The defense is so freaking bad. Like it is just. I mean, like at some point, like you're just like, man, I want an easy game. I want to just go out to be there and be able to run 12, 15 plays in like a drive and not have to worry about coming back from 21 points
right
down. It's just, I don't understand why that defense is so bad. Oh wait, I do. They have Steve Spagnuolo as a defensive coordinator, the worst defensive coordinator in the NFL, hands down. Like he is ridiculous.
So they just showed the Patriots are up 14-0 in the first quarter already on the Jets. The Patriots have won 11 straight games versus the Jets.
I mean, it's the Jets. Come on.
There it is. And there's where, so this is what, as Julio Jones catches a pass for a first down, but there is a flag on the play. They run the ball twice to the outside with Derrick Henry. He gets stopped, and you think you're in good position on 3rd and 8. And then Tannehill throws an 8-yard out route to Julio Jones and gains the first down. Now, I don't know what the flag is. They're still talking on the field about who the flag is on, what it's on, but they're walking backwards. So I assume, pass interference on the Titans. So they're going to replay 3rd down. I see that's another penalty that kills me. How do you have pass interference on a play that is, that's a bad call too, when it's not even on where the ball's at? So like on the other side of the field. This one happened to be the tight end's running his route, and as he's running his route, the defender collides with him. He didn't set a pick, but they called him for the pick on it, and it's just that's just a bad call. And then they run a little dump route to, that's not Derrick Henry. That is that's James White. No, that's McNichols. Sorry. Little dump route for 12 yards to get the first down. So Titans got the ball still 1st and 10 on a little dump route to the running back. That, man, there are a lot of weapons for Tennessee. I think we all underestimated the Tennessee Titans.
They had a pass interference call, and now all of a sudden it's 1st and 10.
They had a pass interference call on them. It went to 1st and 12 from the 2.
Okay.
And
I thought it was 3rd down. My mistake.
Or I'm sorry, yeah, 3rd and 12 from the 2, and they just threw a little dump route to McNichols. And did he catch it? Oh, Tannehill just threw a perfect pass to AJ Brown down the sideline, but AJ Brown did not come up with the catch. I mean, that was a beautiful out route.
I think that's AJ Brown's biggest downfall is his footwork is terrible on the sideline. He seems
that's a catch. That's a catch all the way. So he catches the ball, pulls it in, takes 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, goes down to the ground, and then after he's down, the ball comes out. That's a catch.
It's the Dez Bryant rule.
No. That's not the Des Bryant rule. Stop it. That's 4 steps. And then he's down. And then after he's down, the ball comes out. It's completely different.
No, because you have to make a football move, and that's not a football move.
Look. Don't argue with Dad.
Yeah.
Don't argue with Dad.
He's usually wrong.
Oh, man. The Chiefs haven't been able to get any sort of rhythm. I think it starts at Mahomes.
It starts with the defense giving up so many freaking points, Drew. Like, I mean, you're already starting off 7-0. You don't even have the ball yet because the freaking running back threw a touchdown pass. Like, come on.
So I just saw an angry face pop up on our live feed. That comes from your dad for telling him he's always wrong.
I mean, ever since he started rooting for the Chiefs, we've been not doing well. So maybe he needs to go back to Detroit, fan.
So he was on the Detroit bandwagon too?
No, so he's from that area. So he's always been like, he was a huge Barry Sanders fan. And then he liked Matthew Stafford as well. So
yeah, I was big on Barry Sanders. One of my favorite guys to watch growing up.
Barry Sanders is from Kansas, so that helps too. I believe it was Wichita South he played for.
I'll never forget when Barry Sanders ran into a line full of Bears. I mean, there must have been, you know how you get in, they run up the middle, and there's always that cluster, and there's got to be like 11 guys in the pile, right? And then all of a sudden, the cameraman starts panning out down the field. Barry Sanders somehow slipped out of the pile and is running down the field by himself. Like he was unbelievable.
So I know this is totally off topic here, but I read a stat one time. If Barry Sanders, all of the yards counted from like when he got the ball to when he was tackled, he would have like 37,000 yards or something crazy like that.
That's insane. That guy is ridiculously good.
It's
a shame he played for Detroit and wasted his career.
They were still good. What, they made playoffs a few times.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't think they did.
Yeah, they did. They were in there a couple times.
I really don't think so. I'm going to check this.
Shoot, I think they even won a first-round game one time. With old Charlie Batch, right?
There we go. Did Lions make the playoffs? Barry Sanders.
I mean, they had a lot of 8-8 seasons too. Drew says those are good.
You're right. Catch. Yeah, they made the playoffs
at least 3 times, right?
Let's see here. Yeah, they made the playoffs 6 times in his career and won 1 playoff game.
The playoff game was against the Bears? Or was it against the Cowboys?
I don't think the Bears were going to the playoffs back. The Bears were terrible back then.
They had Jay Cutler for a little while. Didn't they go
to
Jay?
Not when Barry Sanders was there. No, they never went to. They lost in the NFC title game to the Packers with Jay Cutler. Thanks for bringing that up, by the way. Titans are still driving the ball. Derrick Henry on a run. Stiff arms Tyrann Mathieu and runs him over. Oh, that's not Tyrann Mathieu. Who wears number 22 for the Chiefs?
I'm not for sure.
Thornhill.
Is Tyrann Mathieu even playing today?
Mold him over. Yeah, he's playing.
Okay.
He almost started a fight on the first play.
Good, because if he wasn't going to play because of a broken thumb, I would have lost all respect for him. I would have burn my jersey that I just got. It's a broken thumb, man. Come on, stop being a baby.
And the Titans run some trickery here. Nice little reverse play. It ends up in a first down for them. So they're driving the ball again here on the Chiefs.
Listen, Titans, you guys don't need to run trickery against the Kansas City Chiefs. Run slants and power I. You'll be fine.
They're running all sorts of shit. What they are running is all over the Kansas City Chiefs defense right now.
Yeah.
They're back in
Speaking of-
Chiefs territory. They're on the 26-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Titans already have 8 first downs on their second. They're on their second possession of the game.
So Derrick Henry has more completions than Lamar Jackson right now, and the first quarter is almost over in the Baltimore game.
Oh,
Just throwing it out there.
is there a score in that game?
3-0 Cincinnati.
Okay. So their kicker made a field goal, so that's a positive thing for the Bengals.
Yeah. Just wait till fourth quarter. They missed like 5 in a row again, right? Wasn't that game ridiculous?
Mm-hmm.
Pop says
In his
stop
defense,
Henry
he only
is the
missed
key.
2.
Yeah. I mean, obviously stopping
See, that's
Derrick
a-
Henry is the key. I mean,
That's-
but
That's an interesting take because I don't think you can stop Henry. I think I think the game plan is different for the Tennessee Titans.
contain
I
him.
think the game plan has to be let Henry eat, stop everybody else.
See, the
Because
problem with
you
that
can
is
let Henry eat, but he's not going to run the ball 50 times in a game. I mean, well, he might, but
well, he might.
yeah, he
See,
might.
see, the problem with that is if you let Derrick Henry eat, you are on the field for 8 or 9 minutes at a time, and with you're already playing behind as is, and your offense is struggling the way it is. Patrick Mahomes, like, is it healthy? How do you come back from that?
Yeah, that's true. As Tannehill throws one up to A.J. Brown, he pushes off, makes a catch in the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is no flag. That was a clear push off by A.J. Brown in the end zone. No flag comes down. How do the refs who throw flags for everything in the NFL not throw a flag on this play? I mean, they're both hand checking both the same way. I guess as I'm watching it now, they're both pushing off. It was actually the Chiefs defender who pushed off, and not. It looked like. So I'll take that back. There should be no penalty. That's a good call by the ref. That was a push off by the Chiefs defender, and still he pushed him into the ball.
I feel like NFL refs are kind of like NBA refs in like the final minute. Like, so like if you're like if you're in the end zone area, they swallow it, right? So
Liz says, nice touchdown. What's going on, Liz? Thanks for joining us.
yeah,
That was a nice touchdown. It was a nice pass. At first, I thought it was pass interference for sure when I was watching it live. But after watching the replay, it was definitely no pass interference. Good no call by the ref. The extra point is good. So Tennessee Titans are up 14-0 with 42 seconds to go in the first quarter.
great. All right. I mean, 15 more minutes before Chiefs can actually play ball, right?
I mean, it might be, I said 31-25. It might be 31-0 by the time we get to halftime.
That's fine. That's when the Chiefs are their best, when they just play
When they're
from
down
behind,
by 30 points after half.
28 minimum, right?
Yeah. Hughes had hand around Brown's neck, face mask. Yeah, I mean, look, that the defender was all over Brown, and Brown still came down with the ball. So kudos to him. Like I said, watching it live, it really did look to me, because they were hand checking.
Yeah.
It looked to me like Brown pushed off, but it was actually the Chiefs defender that pushed off. So
Why is a defensive defender pushing off anyways? That's stupid.
I have no clue. And the worst part was he pushed him into the ball. He helped him as he went to stop his route. He helped push him back towards the ball.
That's lack of coaching there. Put a hand on the hip and jump in. Oh, never mind.
That's why I like doing these
Hashtag
games
fire
this way, our way, because you don't have like calls like this during the game. Like you're not going to have the guys calling out the players or the refs, because we can't do that on CBS or on Fox. But right here on YouTube, we can do that.
Yeah.
You guys have a good game. Papa Buck is checking out. I'll be back soon.
Yeah. See you in a month, big guy.
In a month.
Thanksgiving.
Oh man, Thanksgiving's coming up. Oh.
That's his annual.
I can't wait for some turkey.
I'm going to go to bed and cry because I lost $2 to my uncle because the Cowboys and Lions always play and both always lose. So they always have like a gentleman bet of like $1, right? And this was started way back when the they just had 2 games on Thanksgiving, so they always had $1 bet that you would pick your team and then the opposite sit team, and there was probably like 15 years where nobody won any money because both teams always lost.
They're showing some Chiefs fans on the screen right now. One's a younger Chiefs fan. One's an older one who looks like she smoked 45 packs of cigarettes a day.
Yeah. So X Factor, which is the biggest Chiefs kingdom, right? He got permanently banned from Arrowhead Stadium 2 weeks ago for starting a fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man. Chiefs' biggest fan.
Yeah.
Banned from Chiefs games.
No, he's banned from like all NFL games, I guess too now. Like he can't
really
go to any NFL games. Yep.
That's crazy. See, that's what I mean. Look, you've got to, especially that's why I never understood why fans fight. Like you got to keep a cool head when you're in the stands.
So
why fight over your teams?
Well, no, so they weren't fighting over their team. So here's what happened. Like, so this X Factor guy is like a cocaine head, right? And he was high, and he stole a bottle of water from a pregnant girl, and the husband did not take too kind of that, so he jumped up in his face and knocked him out. So
Williams just ran for 10 yards and took about 6 Tennessee defenders on his back with him to the first down.
Did he start the game?
He did start the game. Yep. He's been their primary back.
Well, he's the only one healthy, isn't he? Because Edwards-Helaire's on IR.
Yeah.
And then I don't even know who else is on the roster after that.
That is a good question. Let me find out who the Chiefs.
Because the other Damian Williams or Darren Williams, right, or whatever his name is, he went to the Ravens.
No, he went to the Bears.
To the Bears, which is he's out because of COVID, but he opted out of 2020 because he's scared.
No,
of COVID,
he's playing today for the Bears.
Is he?
And the Washington football team is tied right now with the Packers, 7-7. That's awesome. Let's see here. Who is? So you got Darrell Williams is the starter today. Jerick McKinnon and Derek Gore. Frank Gore's, and that's probably his son at this point. I won't even say it's his brother. I mean, at this point, Frank Gore's son is now playing in the league. And Frank Gore is probably still playing in the league somewhere. I don't know where he's at, but he's
the last I knew he was with the Jets on his 20th season or something.
Yeah, it's crazy. So let's see where are we at here. The Chiefs. It's the end of the first quarter. Titans 14, Chiefs nothing. They are on commercial break. What do you got going over there in the Ravens game?
It's commercial. Lamar Jackson's still playing pretty crappy. T. Higgins, he looks like a freaking man among child, man. Like T. Higgins is a great pickup for Cincinnati this year.
Yeah.
Like on was it when we did the show with all of us. We were saying this is stupid. Why'd you guys get him? Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
This is a great pickup, by the way. He's freaking amazing.
So cutting around the league, we have the Green Bay Packers, Washington. They are tied at 7 at the end of the first. You've got the Atlanta Falcons are trailing the Miami Dolphins 7-3. That one's in the second quarter. New England Patriots are up 14-0 on the Jets. That one is at the end of the first. In the second quarter, we've got the Carolina Panthers are up on the New York Giants 3-0. That game is going to be horrendous to watch.
Who is that? The Panthers and who?
No, the Panthers and the Giants.
That's right.
Then you got Cincinnati. We just talked about is up 3-0 in the first.
And they're driving right now. They're in the 20s
this afternoon. Yeah. Which of the 3 o'clock games are you most looking forward to? You got the Vegas and Eagles. You got the Rams and Detroit. You got Arizona and Houston, Tampa Bay and Chicago.
Nope. Tampa Bay and Chicago would if I had to choose out of those 4, that would be the only game I would watch. I said it on the Man Hour on Wednesday. Week 7 is possibly the worst week of NFL football out there. Because if you think about it, there's really only four games to watch: Cincinnati versus Ravens, Titans, Chiefs, Bears, Bucks, and then the 49ers Colts game. And that's simply just because it's a Sunday night game. And I'm intrigued to see if Carson Wentz can continue to progress in that Colts offense.
Speaking of Man Hour, we are going to be on tonight, our normal time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be myself and Soup Boss. That is always fun when it's me and Soup Boss. There's going to be a lot of yelling. Yeah. We're going to talk about a lot of NFL, all the action today. And we're going to talk some World Series as well. And we're going to talk about whether or not umpires need to be robotic from now on in baseball, because it's going to be, it's just been horrendous, man. These playoffs have been horrendous with home plate umpires.
Here we go. In the bottom of the 7th, the New York Giants hit a 2-run bomb to make the score 3-2. Carolina over the Giants.
Will they get a safety?
Yep. Oh, man. It makes me so irritating that
the Chiefs had to punt 4th down in the 2nd, so they're punting right now. Tennessee's going to have the ball on the 24-yard line.
Drew says it was lucky that was an intentional grounding. I didn't see the play, but as long as there's a receiver within 5 yards and the ball passes the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I missed the play as I was going over the scores. They came back from a commercial, and so I missed the play too. But look, there are some plays where I'm like, God, that's got to be intentional grounding. They're like, oh, there was a receiver near him. Yeah, but within 10 yards, I mean, or 5 yards, that's not a receiver in the vicinity. Not with the NFL quarterbacks. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. Like, have you? I've seen some balls where I'm like, there's no way that guy's catching it, and you see like Tyreek Hill come out from the bottom of the screen running like 28 miles an hour and catch the damn balls.
Yeah,
like it's crazy.
Yeah,
freak athletes. Mahomes almost got sacked. Imagine that.
Yeah. Tennessee defense is swarming them. Derrick Henry gets the ball. He rushes for 4 yards up to the 28. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for Tennessee Titans coming up. Dude, Derrick Henry is massive. You watch him, like, when he stands up straight, there's not a player in the huddle that is within 2 to 3 inches of him.
Well, he's what, 6'4", isn't he, or something?
Dude, he is massive. I could not imagine trying to tackle this man running full speed. I know you'd like to light him up.
Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
I'll take him at his ankles.
I'll take him at his ankles? You ain't going to go shoulder to shoulder, huh?
I mean, I'm not stupid.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. Titans get a false start here, so I was going to set them back 5 yards.
So I am clicking around YouTube, right, and I'm looking at some of these other channels.
Mm-hmm.
This dude is wearing a freaking king. Like first of all, he's wearing a crown on top of a King Henry jersey. Like, dude, get out of here with that, Titan Anderson. You're so stupid. God. King Henry is. I mean, granted, yes, he is doing great things in the NFL, right? But come on, you're wearing a freaking crown, dude. You're ridiculous.
You just don't like King Henry for some reason.
I hope you choke on your
2nd and 12 for the Titans as Tannehill completes a pass for 10 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2. Much more manageable than 12. Oh, 3rd and 4. It's a bad spot. It's a really bad spot. I took 2 yards off of them. See what happens here on 3rd and 4. They're in shotgun formation. I'd hand it to Henry here.
Of course.
Just because I trust Henry more than I trust Tannehill, who just now took off and runs for the first down.
Jesus. Can the Chiefs defense be more horrible right now? Like, for real. Drew says Derrick Henry 6'3", 247. I mean, we're pretty close to the same size. I'm 6'2", 230. I'd take him.
Mahomes is on the sideline saying, "No way, that's a first down." Trying to get his coach to throw the challenge flag.
Did he get it? Like,
I mean, it was close. He landed on the line. I mean, I don't think it's enough to. I don't think it's something you want to try to challenge. But whistle blew, so.
I mean, if you give Derrick Henry the ball, I mean, you're guaranteed 2 yards almost every every play. Why not give it to him?
Yeah, I mean, look, if it's close like that, I mean, what I would tell the Chiefs is, hey, come on, it's Ryan Tannehill. You let Ryan Tannehill burn you for a first down, so stop complaining.
Make Ryan Tannehill beat you. That's what it comes down to. Make him
with his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be like I said, that would be my game plan going up against the Tennessee Titans. I would most definitely let Henry eat. I mean, I'm not saying let him just go to town on you, but he's going to gain his yards, and he's going to gain his yards. So let him run for his buck 20, and make sure you contain the pass. I mean, that, like we were talking about the Titans having that bend but don't break mentality. You almost have to have that mentality going up against the Tennessee Titans.
Well, Daniel Jones with a 2-run ground rule double, pushing the lead 5-3. Giants over Carolina. Lamar Jackson with another incomplete pass. Imagine that.
Such
what do people fascination with Lamar Jackson? I'm being 100% serious. Yes, I love all the highlight plays, right? When he scrambles around, runs for 30 plus yards, right? They ran an RPO. He overthrew his tight end probably by 5 feet. His tight end 6'6". Not a good quarterback, guys.
See, I disagree. I mean, look, Lamar Jackson's doing things as Tannehill runs a dump pass to screenplay to Henry. And that goes for 12 on 2nd and 11. So it's another first down for the Tennessee Titans.
No, Lamar Jackson couldn't do that play.
I don't understand what your fascination is with Lamar Jackson not being.
They literally just ran a screen pass and he threw the ball into the dirt.
Right, but
there was nobody around him.
You're gonna have your one-offs, your plays that don't work. Maybe he saw something he didn't like. Maybe he threw the ball in the dirt because there was a defender lurking. I don't know. I'm not watching the game.
He threw for 18 for 12 yards.
Your perception of him not being a good quarterback is just, it's crazy to me.
Sue Boss is the same way. Sue Boss is always right.
I mean, I don't think Sue Boss is always right. I mean, I'm not gonna go there with you, but I mean, the guy has, let's see here, a 99.3 passer rating this season.
Okay. I don't care.
It's 9 touchdowns. He has thrown for 5 picks. Man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Wasn't it just the other day against the Indianapolis Colts? Yeah, it was. It was 37 of 43.
Yeah, for 400
with a 140.5 passer rating.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's a terrible quarterback.
Yeah, that was also all the second half when the Colts were playing bend don't break defense.
So what? And then they broke, and they allowed him to come back and win the game.
Yeah. That's old Frank Wright being a bad head coach.
Always got excuses here.
I don't have excuses. I just speak facts.
Is that Derrick Henry down on the ground? Somebody's down on the ground. No, it's not Henry. Somebody's down on the ground for the Titans. I don't know who it is. Looks like a cramp, though. He's stretching out his leg. Derrick Henry, 6'3", 247. That weight was at the beginning of the season. Last week they said he was 260.
He
Dude,
keeps putting on that weight.
There's zero fat on this man's body. Have you watched his training videos?
Yeah.
He is a monster.
Yeah, but anybody weighing 260 pounds, your body's going to break down that much faster.
Yeah. I mean, I see it, but I don't know. All right, we're going to take a quick break here so I can go run and grab a snack and refill my drink. So we'll be right back. I'm going to play a little quick one of our Man Hour commercials here because I can. Let's do it.
What is your name?
What?
What is your name?
Buck.
Where did you get that shirt?
It's funny that you should ask that. Head over to manhourradio.com. You can pick up the shirt up. $15.
All right, we are back. Well, I am. Buck did his version of the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Championship game and disappeared while we were on break. I don't know what happened, but that's fine. Tennessee Titans had come back while we were on break, and another little short pass that went for another 10 yards. Tannehill is just tearing them up right now. I mean, just leading this team downfield, little dink and dunk passes. Then when you don't have the dink and dunk passes, you're going ahead and running with Henry as he just tries to get one into Julio Jones that Tyrann Mathieu snuffs out. So Drew chimes in here, says, geez, Tannehill already over 150 yards passing. That's what Derrick Henry will do for you. I mean, look, I keep saying it, but it does. It goes back to Derrick Henry. It goes back to having to watch him, having to stop him, having to stuff him, having him tire you out all the way down the field opens up the passing game. And he's a big part of Ryan Tannehill's success over the last 3 or 4 years since leaving Miami. It's going to be 3rd and 6 here. Titans are in field goal range. Waiting for them to pan out so they could tell me what yard they're on. They're on the 16 and a half yard line. Not that there is a yard line for 16 and a half, but you get what I'm trying to say. Tannehill's in shotgun formation. Drops back to pass. Passes up. Ooh. No call. It was intended for Julio Jones there in the end zone. No call, no flag. So letting him play today. Fenton looked like he had a hold of his left arm or his right arm. Yeah, he definitely had it hooked. Well, let him play. No call. So the Titans are going to try to kick a field goal, go up 17-0 here. See how that goes. God, field goals, especially short field goals, extra points and stuff. There's been a lot of misses in the NFL. See if Randy Bullock can add to the chaos of missed short field goals. He's at the center of the field. He does not add to the chaos and kicks it right down the center. So with 8 minutes and 7 seconds to go, it's the Tennessee Titans 17, the Kansas City Chiefs nothing. Man, I did not see this game go. I thought this was going to be back and forth. The Tennessee Titans are just owning them. Chiefs can't do nothing on offense. The Titans are doing everything they want. This is interesting to me. I did not see. I think the Titans are a lot better than a lot of people thought they were. I'm seeing a commercial here for the new Ghostbusters movie. Looks pretty awesome. I'll definitely be taking the kids to see that. Bullet the Mullet. I don't get that one. Sorry, Drew. You lost me on that one. Who's wearing a mullet? Maybe I'll get it if you tell me who's wearing a mullet. It says, I hate to say, but I think everyone slept on the tie. I agree. I slept on them. I think I had them at 8 or 9 wins this year. I didn't have them doing very good at all. I did not. I'm going to pull it up and see what I did have them at. So I underestimated the Titans, just like Buck overestimated the Lions, but we won't get into that, especially since he's not here to defend himself since he bounced on me. Let's see here. There we go. Sorry, I got all my predictions saved. So I had the Tennessee Titans at 8 and 9. Boy, was I off on that prediction. Way off on that prediction. They're probably about to be 6 and 1. It looks like I did have them losing this game when I picked it preseason, but I also thought the Chiefs would be better than what they are. Chiefs are they're not doing anything, man. They're not doing anything on offense. Their defense seems to be weak. You know, I know Buck says that the league's not catching up to the Chiefs offense, but I don't know what else you call it. I don't know what else you call it when a team can't all of a sudden, which was an offensive juggernaut, can't move the ball, period. And they're showing the stat right now, games trailing by 14 plus points. In the last 4 years, they've had 4 such games. This season, they've had 3 of them. So that's a telling sign for the Kansas City Chiefs. They're not scoring. Their defense is giving up a ton of points. This is interesting development for the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll see if they can move the ball here, see if they can get downfield and put some points on the board before the half. That might change the game. That might change the complexion of the game. They're going to get the ball back coming out of the half. So you go ahead, you drive the ball down here, you put points up. You go into the half down by 10 instead of down by 17. There is still 8 minutes to go, so you know, you might even get another possession here before the half is over if you can go out and you can try to find a way to stop Tennessee, which you haven't been able to do yet. Their record is 4-2. No, if you're talking about the Chiefs, they're 3-3. As Mahomes just threw an interception. Patrick Mahomes just threw an interception. He threw the ball short. His receiver came back for it, went to dive for the ball. The ball pops off his hands and into the hands of a Titans defender. The Titans, already leading 17-0, are getting the ball back, and it's going to be a short field. It's going to be a short field for the Titans. The Kansas City Chiefs are in dismay right now. Patrick Mahomes can't believe it. He's on the sideline shaking his head. Unbelievable what is going on for the Kansas City Chiefs right now. It's a 6th straight game now with an interception, too. You guys still want to keep yelling at me about talking about my boy, Jameis Winston, and all the interceptions he throws. I get it. It's not the same. But we talk about Pat Mahomes. They call him the future Hall of Famer, Patty Mahomes. I just, man, I think the league is catching up to him. I really do. So the Titans now with a short field. They got 1st and 10. A little bit of a delay in the game. I don't know if they're looking at it upstairs. Seems to me like it was a clear-cut interception. I don't think the ball even came close to touching the ground. As they're showing the play right now, it gets popped up in the air. Oh no, he catches that the whole way. That's an interception. That should be a quick review if they're reviewing it. I see on the ticker that the Ravens have tied the game at 3. Maybe Buck can stop clamoring about Lamar now. See, I disagree, Drew. Drew says the receiver should have caught it. I disagree. I think that was a good job by the defender. Defender was well placed. I don't think Patty Mahomes should have thrown that ball. I think you're trying to fit it into a spot where you just didn't have a spot. Trying to make something happen. Maybe the turf toe is what's getting to him. Maybe he's not taking off like he used to, because on what we've come accustomed to seeing from Patty Mahomes is that he takes off there with that ball instead of trying to fit it into a window where he doesn't really have a window. 2nd and 10 now for the Titans. They've got the ball on the 46-yard line, the Chiefs' 46-yard line at that. So short field. Tannehill's in shotgun. Derrick Henry runs out wide. Ball snapped. A quick little out route. And it's going to go nowhere. So it looks like maybe a gain of 1, maybe 2. So you're going to have about 3rd down and 8 here for the Tennessee Titans. Man, if they put up points here, again, I think it's over already. It's not even halftime. So this is a huge stop here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, Tannehill is in shotgun formation, empty backfield. He's got some extra help blocking the ball. Drops back. He gets hit as he throws the ball. The ball goes up in the air. The cameraman loses it. He got hit from behind hard as he threw the ball, and there's a flag on the play. Oh, holding on the Chiefs. That is a huge call. A huge call on the Kansas City Chiefs here. Rashad Fenton with the holding call way away from the play. I mean, it wasn't even close to where the play. That's the stuff that drives me nuts. Why are we throwing a flag on something that has nothing to do with the play? Terrible, but also just a bad penalty by the Kansas City Chiefs. Now it gives the Titans, which would have been 4th down. They would have had to punt the ball. Now they got 1st and 10. They are on the 40-yard line. And Derrick Henry runs up the middle, makes 2 guys miss before getting hit at the 29-yard line here. It's going to be another 1st down for the Tennessee Titans. This is not boding well for the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, unless 2 totally different teams come out at halftime, this game's over with already. I thought this was going to be a much better game than it already is. Washington football team and Green Bay Packers are tied at 7. I thought that one would have been closer to what this one is. Unbelievable. Drew says he's about 10 seconds ahead of me. Well, there is also a delay from when I'm live to when it actually comes through. So if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, there is a delay, probably about 20 to 30-second delay from the time I speak something until the time it comes through. So that could be what it is. It's now 2nd down for the Titans as Henry rushes to the right, gains a couple of yards. Looks like it's going to be 2nd down and 9, so gain of 1 officially. Showing some Chiefs players on the sidelines, man. They do not. For one, they don't look happy, but for 2, they just look like they're in shock. Like they can't believe how bad they are right now. It's Tannehill, wide open wide receiver. Is that Julio Jones? That's Julio Jones, who brings it all the way down to the 5, makes 2 people miss, brings the ball down to the 5-yard line. Another 1st and goal for the Tennessee Titans. Down on the 5. Julio Jones catches that ball in open field. Stiff arms Tyrann Mathieu. He catches this ball at the 20-yard line. Makes a man miss. Stiff arms Tyrann Mathieu and brings the ball all the way down to the 5-yard line. Unbelievable the way the Titans are making the Kansas City Chiefs look right now. Anybody who doubted the Tennessee Titans, myself included, we were dead wrong about this team. Dead wrong. And there is they're going to call him down at the 1. That looked like a touchdown to A.J. Brown. But they call him down at the 1. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1. Let's watch the replay here, see what happens. A.J. Brown catches the ball at the 5, gets in. No, he's definitely down short of the line. That's a good call by the ref. Stacking the line of scrimmage right now. Derrick Henry is in the backfield. Looks like Tannehill's calling an audible. Still handing the ball off to Henry, who gets stuffed in the backfield. I think he lost 2 yards on that play. Gets stuffed in the backfield. No penetration by the Tennessee Titans offensive line. Henry's shaking his head. Can't believe he didn't get in. Oof. They're showing that A.J. Brown play again. That ball probably should have been on the freaking hash mark as opposed to on the 1. So 3rd and goal now for the Titans. Henry is in the backfield, but they are in shotgun formation. Let's see what they do here. Got a guy in motion. Fake to Henry. And Tannehill is going to run it in untouched into the end zone. 24-0 Tennessee Titans. What is going on in Nashville, Tennessee? What is going on? It is about to be 24-0 Tennessee Titans. Unbelievable. I had 31-25 Titans when this game started. It looks like it's going to be just an absolute massacre of the Kansas City Chiefs today. Oh, we're going to talk about this tonight on Man Hour. Soup Boss and I definitely going to have to hit this one up, figure out what is going on with the Kansas City Chiefs. Unbelievable. Let's see what we got here in the comments. Let me make sure I share this stream over to Facebook and to Twitter. Make sure we get some more people in here. Gotta find a way to make this thing blow up, man. I see all these people out there that do these lives and they've got like 60 viewers, 90 viewers, 100 viewers. Like, I don't know how they do it. And then I click on here, you see Dave Portnoy talking about his team, doing a live reaction video of watching his game. I don't know who his team even is. They're probably not very good, though, because neither is he. Did I say that out loud? I said that out loud, didn't I? Drew says, I could cry. Well, Drew, don't cry. We are going to, at some point, we've got to see. The Chiefs have got to break through here. It is absolutely imperative that they score before halftime. If they can score before halftime, they get the ball back in the second half, they can put more points up on the board and turn this into at least some sort of a contest quick. But they've got to put up points before the end of this first half. If they don't, we might as well end the stream now because this game isn't even going to be worth watching in the second half. Switching over here, let me see what's going on with the Washington football team and Green Bay Packers. Game that I thought would be closer to the 24-0 score at halftime. Instead, it's 7-7. Packers have the ball. There's 38 seconds to go in the half. Looks like the Packers might be in field goal range. Did I see that right? They're wearing those horrible, horrible Oregon Duck throwback uniforms. Just the cheese yellow helmets, the god awful green and gold jersey, just terrible uniforms. I hate the Packers so much. All right, so what do we got going here? Some of these Fox, that's why I don't like the games on Fox. Not only do you have to listen to Joe Buck half the time, but like some of their commercials for their pre and post and halftime shows are just god awful to watch. They show Taylor Heineke on the sidelines. It's 2nd and 4 for the Green Bay Packers. They are in field goal range. They're at, well, maybe. I mean, if their kicker doesn't miss more field goals, Mason Crosby. Looks like they're on the 34-yard line. Rodgers throws an out pass here to Lazard. Lazard breaks through. He's down to the 15-yard line. Holy cow. Packers just find a way to score whenever they need to. I think they're playing down to their competition today, but they just seem to find if they need to score, all right, let's go ahead and put points on the board. It drives me insane. Ooh, they show the Bengals touchdown here. Bengals are up 10-3. About 5 minutes to go in the second quarter on the Baltimore Ravens. See if we can get some more interaction here on the chat. If not, I might just call it a day at halftime. I know, Drew, you've been active. I appreciate it. I need to get some more interaction on the chat. Drew, make sure you share this stream. Make sure you try to get some friends on it. See what we have going on. Drew sent me it's unbelievable. 36 plays for the Tennessee Titans to the Kansas City Chiefs 12 plays. 259 total yards at the Kansas City Chiefs 35. 21 minutes and 31 seconds of possession time for the Tennessee Titans in the first half. It's unbelievable what is going on. 17 first downs to 3 first downs. You're not used to seeing this from the Kansas City Chiefs. You're just not. As they go to the 2-minute warning, check back in with the Washington football team. Looks like the Green Bay Packers just got a ball down to the 1, but Randall Cobb dropped the ball. So that should be called an incomplete pass. Yeah, definitely did not maintain control. So they're going to bring that one back. 17 seconds to go in the second quarter. And the Washington football team is playing the Green Bay Packers tough. I know they got a good defense, but I did not see this coming from the Washington football team. Just much like I didn't see the Tennessee Titans being up 24-0 on the Kansas City Chiefs heading into the half. As you got some Green Bay offensive linemen saying that they think that the ball's a catch. I don't know what they're watching on the replay, but It's always fun watching the two teams interact with one another when they're watching a replay. You got the Green Bay Packers offensive lineman saying it's a catch. You've got all the Washington football team pointing up at the screen telling the Packers it's not a catch. So what is going on? Somebody is on the All Access Sports Network page. Wants to know what's the score. It's 24-0 Titans with 1:56 to go in the first half. Drew says, I'm about to watch the Packers game, and I hate the effing Packers. I hate the effing Packers, too. Packers are atrocious. We need to get with Buck. We're going to have to do a better job of promoting this during the week, figuring out which games we're going to do live. I know we're definitely going to be doing a live World Series reaction show. It's going to be me and Soup Boss. So, Drew, you'll definitely have to join us for game 1 of the Super Bowl as Patrick Mahomes is running the ball and he fumbles on the 50-yard line. Another turnover for the Kansas City Chiefs. Unbelievable what is going on in Tennessee. This is not Kansas City Chiefs football. This is not Patrick Mahomes. There is something going on. I know Buck alluded to injury. This isn't injury. This is just them not being able to execute their game plan. So he fumbles it on the 50. Tennessee recovers. They get the ball back. Have a chance to put more points on the board before the half. Unbelievable. So, like I was saying before, that fumble got me all worked up. We are going to have a stream for the World Series. It's be myself and Soup Boss on Tuesday night. I don't know how many games of the World Series Soup Boss can do, but if it's a hit, if you guys like it, I will definitely be on for other games. Maybe we'll get somebody else involved. Maybe I could bring back my baseball lackey, Hoffy. Maybe he could do a show with me. But if it's something you guys are into, I mean, I'm not going to keep doing it if we're not getting any interaction in the chat, if we're not seeing the watches on the page. But if it's definitely something worth my time, if it's definitely something that you guys want to watch, we will certainly do it. I'll do this for any game you want. You want me to do it for hockey games, basketball games? You want me to do it for, I hate the NBA, but I'll do it. Do it for football games. We can do it for baseball games. We can do these live views all the time. To me, I enjoy watching them when they're on YouTube. I enjoy watching the live interaction shows. So I thought maybe it was something that our listeners would get into. We did not do a very good job of promoting it as kind of a, we just kind of threw a game out there. I looked at what games were on today, and I think at like 10 o'clock, I was like, hey, let's do this game, and I'll do it today. So we'll do a better job at it as Drew chimes in and says, go Braves. The Titans are driving the ball again. They've got another first down. It is crazy. If they put more points on the board before the half, just unbelievable. Drew, I agree with you. Go Braves. I'm rooting for the Braves in the World Series. Not only do I hate the Astros, but the Braves were my pick before the season started to win the World Series. The Braves were my pick before the playoffs started to win the World Series, and the Braves are still my pick to win the World Series. I have actually, if you watched the playoff prediction show prior to the playoffs starting, I've predicted every series, the winner, and how many games they were going to win it in. So I think that's pretty cool. I enjoy watching baseball. I love the game. It is my passion. So I really enjoy the game. That's probably where you get your best content with me, is in baseball content. So if you want to join us for the World Series, definitely feel free. Drew says, good grief. The Chiefs tipped the ball and Brown caught it. If it can go wrong for the Kansas City Chiefs right now, it is going wrong. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take you into the half with the Kansas City Chiefs and Tennessee Titans. I'm going to end the stream. We're going to get ready for the man hour tonight. So make sure you join us. I know, Drew, you'll be there. You're always there, which we appreciate 110%, man. You've been a devoted supporter to the channel. You've been a devoted supporter to the content. You're always chiming in. You've always got ideas. You're hitting us up, even when the show's not on, hitting us up, letting us know different ideas you have, different things we can do. We don't always get back to you in a timely manner. At least I know I don't, just because I'm always crazy busy between work and coaching 8th grade basketball and, the show and every other dang thing that I'm trying to do and get caught up. So at halftime, I am going to end the stream, and then we'll promote the hell out of the World Series lives. I think we should start doing, maybe a Sunday night football live stream to watch the Sunday night football games. Those are typically pretty good games. I do know that the show runs at the same time, so it might be a little bit tough. But if this is something that you guys are into, again, even if you're watching this on replay, you're watching this on playback, let us know like what you think of, different ideas of things that we can do, because we are always looking for ways to improve the lives. We do a lot with the radio show. We get, plenty of listeners, plenty of stuff on the radio show, but we want this type of stuff to go because this is the stuff that we enjoy doing. We enjoy bringing it to you guys, the fans. We enjoy doing the things that you guys enjoy listening to. So that's our reason for doing this, and not just, ending it and recording and just going straight to a radio show. We want this thing to thrive. We want this thing to blow up. We're always coming up with different ideas, always talking about how to do the show. I'm working 60 hours a week. Buck's working 40 to 50 hours a week. Tori's working a crazy amount of hours. Wyatt's in school. And then we're also spending about 20 to 30 hours on the show. So there's a lot of work that goes into this. And so we are, we're ready to go. We're ready to make things happen. We just need to know what you guys want to see. And as they come back and nope. So he tried completing the pass. Ryan Tannehill tried going to A.J. Brown deep again. Did not work. It's 3rd and 1 for the Tennessee Titans. They've got the ball on the waiting for the TV screen there. So they got the ball on the 29-yard line, 28-yard line. 3rd and 1. Toss to Henry. He sweeps right. And he's got the first down. Brings the ball all the way down to the 23-yard line. God. 1 timeout left. 24 seconds on the clock for the Tennessee Titans. They take another timeout. They have 1 timeout left. They're definitely going to put more points on the board, barring a turnover here. Nope, they have no timeouts left. They just called their last timeout. So you're probably going to see a couple of shots to the end zone, and then you'll see a field goal kick. And, it could either be 31-0 or it could be 27-0. At the very least, it'll be 24-0 heading into halftime. Something I just it still boggles my mind. I did not see this coming with the Kansas City Chiefs and Tennessee Titans. Tannehill is in shotgun formation. Derrick Henry is in the backfield. Just bringing the clock down to 2 seconds. Snap the ball. Oh! And somebody from the Chiefs defense came through the line untouched and just murdered Ryan Tannehill. Clock is still running. There's 10 seconds left. They get the ball back. He spikes the ball with about 8 seconds to go. That was a good play for the Kansas City Chiefs. They needed that. They're going to run the field goal team out onto the field, try to make this a 27-point game at the half. Ryan Tannehill got crushed on that play. Just absolutely crushed. So Randy Bullock is back out. He's already made one from 34 today. See if we can make another one and put the Titans up 27-0 at the half. So from 51 yards out, he does make it. 3 seconds to go on the clock. 27-0 Tennessee. Unbelievable. No wonder why Buck hopped off the string. He was like, I'm not staying back on here because they're about to get their butts whooped. And they are. They're getting their butts whooped. Drew says, I'm still waiting on the Man Hour logo. All right, Drew, I'll get those over to you. You know what? The new logo I actually don't have. I have to get Buck to send me the new logo. I don't have it yet. So Drew also says Cheaters versus Braves pretty much sums up 2021. It's kind of does. I mean, yeah. Sums up a lot of things. Like using an analogy in a lot of different directions on that one. Drew also says, I'm also always working on getting interviews. You are, sir. We appreciate all of the extra legwork that you do. You are a big part of what we do, and we appreciate everything. I know tonight we've got a good show lined up for you guys tonight. It'll be me and Soup Boss again. We will be talking about the day in the NFL. We'll definitely be talking about this game here. We will be talking about baseball, the World Series coming up. We will be talking about all sorts of different things. We'll be yelling at each other. We'll be doing the things we need to do. We'll be talking about umpires in Major League Baseball and how bad it's been throughout the playoffs. And we will have a great show for you tonight. I know tonight is today is Javier's birthday, so we'll have to definitely wish Javier a happy birthday. And we will see you guys tonight. It is halftime. Tennessee 27, Kansas City Chiefs nothing. I am going to bow out for the rest of the game. I'm going to go get ready for the show tonight, spend some time with the family, and I will see you guys tonight. Have a good one, guys.